Students of class 12, today we are going to discuss the example 3.6. In this example, it is given that a 10 volt of battery is applied across a cubical frame structure of resistances. Each side of the cube is having resistance of 1 ohm, as shown in the figure. Then we have to determine the equivalent resistance of the network and also find the current flowing through each arm of the cube. In this case, you see that it is not very easy to reduce the network in the simple series and parallel combination of resistances. So out of symmetry, we can solve the problem using the symmetry of this network. Now if we consider I current is flowing through the arm AB, I current is flowing through the arm AD, and I current is flowing through the arm AA1. We are considering same current in all these three arms because of the fact that from symmetry you see that each arm is having ramification into two branches at the other end. So, and symmetrical load is there, therefore we can very well assume that the current in all the three arms are having same value. Therefore the total current drawn from the battery will be 3I, because all these three currents, I currents, will be drawn from the cell. So now now we can apply the Kirchhoff's law for the loop A, B, C, C dash, E and A, and then we get the relation minus IR minus within bracket half IR minus IR plus voltage applied, that is cell voltage E is equal to 0. Now here how to construct this equation using the Kirchhoff's law for any loop is, we will have this rule followed always. We have V is equal to IR, and therefore potential applied across and must be equal to the potential drop across these arms. So if we take anti-clockwise current positive, then we will have to stick to it, and then in that case the clockwise current will be taken as negative. Now when to get the EMF positive? If the EMF of a cell is tending to produce anti-clockwise current by default, here in this case you see that the cell is such that it is tending to produce anti-clockwise current, and therefore it is taken as positive. And so we found this equation, and from this equation we have the EMF is equal to 5/2 IR, and since resistance of each arm given AB, of arm AA1 and of arm AD, all are having same resistance as already told. So we put the value of R in this equation and value of EMF in this equation. You see the value of EMF in this equation is 10 volt as given. Resistance of each arm is 1 ohm, so also given. Therefore on putting this value and solving, we get current is equal to 4 ampere, because you see R is 1 and therefore I is equal to 10 into 2/5, and that becomes 4 ampere. So we found the current drawn by each arm AB, and in this case total current drawn from the cell is 3I, therefore it becomes total current drawn from the cell becomes 12 ampere. Now we don't know the equivalent resistance of the circuit, but we can find it. We are now in a position to find it, because we have found the total current drawn from the cell. Once it is known, voltage of the cell is known to us, so by using the relation V is equal to IR, using the relation V is equal to IR, we have R is equal to V by I. So equivalent resistance becomes V, that is 10 volt divided by 12 ampere, and that becomes 10 volt divided by 12 ampere, that becomes 5 by 6. So equivalent resistance becomes 5 by 6 ohm. Here you see, I again repeat, R is equal to V by I. V is 10 ohm and current is 12 ampere. So V is 10 volt and current is 12 ampere. Therefore we have R is equal to 10 by 12. That is 5 by 6. 5 by 6 ohm. So here we got 5 by 6 ohm, the equivalent resistance of the circuit. Now it is known to us, the equivalent resistance of the circuit is known to us. The total current drawn from the cell is also known to us, and each individual arm is arm AB, arm A1, arm AD is drawing I current. So we can find the current drawn from it by each arm, that is we have already found is 4 ampere, and therefore the current flowing in each edge can be read off from the figure directly. Thank you and have a nice day.